It's ridiculously cold over here, and I thought that I would be plenty warm when I went out here. But my daughter gave me her pet llama to bring, and normally I wouldn't have brought it, but it was so synchronistic of what I wanted to talk about that I brought it. And she is totally right. I am very glad to have something warm and snuggly out here. So, what I wanted to talk about is the profound difference between care and love. And now, of course, non duality, there's not really two different things. However, pointing out differences can be very helpful. And this is a theme that has come up so often in journaling and so often in sort of reframing traumatic moments in my life. And the synchronicity has been wild with it. So the word care keeps coming up when I examine things like this. And as you know, I adore etymology because the root meaning of the word sort of takes us back to the source of it. And we see where all these like different meanings and evolutions of meaning and connotations have snuck in. And often we find that the original meaning has profound implications to undoing or just revealing some sort of thought pattern. Or I have found this to be true, and especially with the word care. So care originally meant and came from, hold on, I have it written down here so we can be properly nerdy. Old English carew, sorrow, anxiety, and grief. So I found this to be very, very true whenever I found that I was using the word care a lot, and had memories of switching the word care for when I really wanted to use the word love. So when we care for somebody, we think that it is necessary to suffer for them or to sacrifice ourselves for them. And I didn't believe that life could be so good that true caring was love, and that love and the freedom and relaxation and wonder in love could be so much more transformational or even useful, if you will, than my care. Because I thought I was doing the right thing or getting something done or preventing something bad in the use of the word care. There's a pair of Canadian geese that are swimming towards me. I hope they're not nesting here. Oh. Oh, that was care. See? And as a mother, this is a really important one because you do have to care for your children, and it feels like a huge burden, but what you really want is to love them, and the love does take care of itself. It really does. And sometimes it's hard to drop the care and the concern. And it's the same thing with the environment. Like, I hate to see Greta Thunberg be so angry. I understand it. I understand the expression of anger. There is good reason to be angry, but to stay there, I think, is actually hindering progress. Whereas if we loved the environment and we knew ourselves not to be separate from the world, but to be the world itself, we both become incredibly synchronized with the environment, and we totally drop our care for it at the same time. The geese either agree or disagree, I can't tell. I don't care. So I went through this time that I was really inspecting things and kind of letting go of things and doing a lot of journaling. I think this was like a couple years ago or something like that. And a lot sort of happened at once. But one of the things I noticed was this incredible, I kept following the synchronicity, and I had found in my wall while I was gutting this old lath and plaster, which is now our, like, a nicely finished master bedroom, but at the time it took years to get there. And I gutted the lath and plaster, and they would use little like postcards and notes sometimes. I don't know why, if it like helped attach the laths or what they were doing. But I found this like cutout part of a greeting card with 3 cats, and they're sick, and they have like these red medicine bottles. And I had put it in a shadow box with a bunch of things that I'd found in the walls of the house. And I had so much cat synchronicity that came to mind. And also like the fact that the cats were ill. So I looked up online, and I ended up asking like this forum that I was part of for help. And there was this lady that was really good at finding things online, and so she found the whole card for me. And on the card it said, "Care killed the cat." Now today we have "Curiosity killed the cat," but this said "Care killed the cat." So the etymology of "Curiosity killed the cat" is care, meaning worry, killed the cat. And now that's changed to "Curiosity killed the cat." So we have totally bastardized this wonderful saying, which sort of points towards that there is no use in worrying. And so many times I have worried about things and they have happened, and it has only served to show me that my worry was completely useless. When we focus on what we do not want, it gets us nowhere. But we really deserve, if you will, to switch our focus to the feeling, to the appreciation, to the it is okay right now, because it always is. And I remember watching my neighbor's house caught fire as a kid, and getting up super early in the morning, and my parents got me up. I don't know why, but we walked out like the back trail to watch it. At this point there was nothing I could do, and just watching it. And when you see something so shocking or so unimaginable, and especially with fire, it's like and this is probably how different, like, pyromania is a thing or something, that they're sort of like seeing this glimpse somehow in this. But what it is, and especially like I did not want this to be happening, but there it is. There's nothing you can do but watch. And so many people say the same thing. There's nothing you can do but watch. And you sort of realize in that moment that you have no control over it. There is no use in lamenting it. And fire is such a living, dynamic thing that to watch it, it sort of pulls out this presence, which is why people meditate on candle flames. There is no reason to worry. And when something really bad is happening, when there's some sort of action that's needed from us, the concern only gets in the way. We know what to do. We have this inner intuition, and we can invite that intuition into our lives. And even like if you get a feeling to sort of go someplace, or you get a feeling to look something up, if you follow those pulls and those intuition, you find that without any sort of knowledge whatsoever, you are drawn to what you want. And you see how when you start to listen and invite this intuition in more and more, it's leading you to what you are wanting. So I say that we stop using curiosity killed the cat and go back to care killed the cat, but keep the satisfaction brought him back part. Because really, it seems to the judgmental caring mind, it seems so wrong in some way. And this is sort of where the demonization of the devil comes in. It seems so wrong to feel good when intellectually we know something bad is happening. And this does not mean that we lack compassion. It does not mean that whatsoever. I always suggest for people who are confused about this, the Buddhist practice of Tonglen, that when someone is suffering, or when you are concerned about someone suffering, that you breathe in that suffering and you breathe out peace and relief and love. And what we notice is that there is no duality between it. And what we desire is for the peace, love, and well-being of everyone. And we are not separate. And so by tapping into that is the fastest way, because there's no distance traveled. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to be healed. And then there's no need to deny that there is need for healing, for us, for the environment. There's no shame in seeking the help that we need. There's no need to pretend that everything is fine, because everything is already fine on a much deeper level than ever having to look it on the surface. It is freezing out here. Bye, guys.